Well, we survived the tornado and we survived 14.5 inches of rain. What a day and a half. Today we're going to go out and look at some damage and see what things look like. Stay tuned for this episode. Good morning, everybody. Papa Blue Shirt here. Wow, we weathered the storm. I can't hardly believe it. If you look behind me here, you can see my driveway's all been worked on. We got 14.5 inches, they said, in some places of rain. 14.5 inches. I don't care where you live, no matter how you got things set up, it's not meant to handle 14.5 inches in 24 hours. Yeah, I guess we were getting 2.5 inches an hour there for a while. And man, it was a rough day. Our house flooded 3-4 times. Our third or fourth time after we got it cleaned up, we lost our power and then it flooded again. And so we didn't have nothing to work on it with or anything. So we sat there in the dark with water running through our house. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at it. Oh, this is awful, you guys. Oh, look at how the water is just moving like a river. Mom and Dad are getting water in their bedroom. We started out with water in the kitchen and now it's getting worse. A lot worse. It's kind of right here. We're praying. Dad's watching. Watching and praying. Oh wow, you guys, it's almost up to here. It's gonna come through this door. Look how high it is. Yep. Oh no. You're having a flood.
Oh, this is crazy.
Look how fast the water is moving through here. Abby's pretty concerned. Ah, don't drink it. Get up here. It's gonna be okay. Papa's gonna fix it. Get up here.
Huh? I don't know.
Did you check and make sure your computer is up off the ground, Dad? You should.
Still, be careful. Don't fall.
God, please let it stop. It's gonna be okay, Miss Abby. It's gonna be all right. There's just nothing we can do.
No. Oh Lord, let it stop raining.
This is our current situation. What were you gonna say?
Okay, so our house flooded last night. Coming through this door, the water was so high it was going to the front of the mat dryer, but anyway, that dryer. So it poured in this door. I had to get sheets and all the towels I had and lay them out on the floor. And then our power went off. And we were without power for 8 hours. So I couldn't wash and dry. And then we couldn't mop up the water with wet vet because no power until just 5-10 minutes ago.
Look at, I seen the reflection on my piano. There's a deer and a fawn.
Yeah, they were out there last night too. Right before the rain started, she ran through. Oh, she's beautiful. Abby. Abby, no. No.
The deer saw her.
Thanks a lot, Abby. Oh, she didn't know. She didn't bark at least.
I don't.
Oh, our driveway is wiped out. And yeah, so we had a rough day yesterday, but today I'm gonna go on my ride and try to get things back to normal again. Yeah, it was rough. Let me tell you, my driveway was worse than I have ever seen it. But there's people in town that were a lot worse off than us. Of course, that don't make me feel no better, but I'm just thankful that that we made it through. It was rough. But I'm gonna go get my bike and we're gonna head on a ride here in a minute. So stay tuned, everybody. I'll show you a little bit of the flooding, and I'm sure we'll see some stuff today. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to do our whole route today because they said that they had problems with some of the bridges and things like that. So the only kind of rain that would ever compare to this would be probably in a hurricane. And we know how that all ends up, so yeah. But I'm thankful we made it through. It was rough. It was rough. Yeah, getting woke up in the middle of the night. I only got like 2 hours of sleep, and then I have to deal with all that water and running through your house and the stress and everything of not knowing if you're gonna make it. We were even picking routes out of the house because how to get to higher ground, because it was scary. Well, let's get going here. Back there looked like my pond actually went over the top. It breached the levee. Let me get up this hill here. And this here, I mean, look how deep that is. Pretty bad, and I went through here and fixed a lot of it. Had to make it so we could get out if we needed to. Yeah, I got a feeling that some of the roads are gonna be impassable, but we'll see here. And this is why I ride right here. After all that stress we went through yesterday and everything, and all that, I get on my bike and I feel like $1,000,000 again. But here's the times you gotta watch out for. Like a big tree was across the road here. Gotta watch out for the mud. That mud is really slick. If it's thick, you can see the water was all the way over the road here. So I'm trying to avoid this mud. And this is the times that I am really glad I got fenders on this Philodo all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive bike is like an all-wheel drive Jeep. You can get yourself into trouble. You have to be smart. This just because you all got all-wheel drive don't mean you can go anywhere. Oh, you went over the road here. Yeah, but anyways, after all that stress, now I'm out here riding and it makes me feel like $1,000,000. Yeah, charges my batteries. It's almost, I hate to say it, but it's almost like a spiritual experience. It's certainly an emotional one, that's for sure. I think it might be the fact about normalcy. I love normalcy, and this means things are back to normal, as much as they can be anyway. Well, if this is any indication of what we're getting into today, I figured it'd be over the road here. But man, that's a long ways up. It's about 18 or 20 feet down to the creek from the bridge. And so I've seen it up to the bottom of the bridge, but I've never seen it up over the road here. So this will be interesting. Well, the roads are all wet down here, if that's any indication of what we're going to get into. Wow, look how high it was there. It was up over this road. Oh my word. Imagine what it was like. This is the bridge I was talking about. Oh my word, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Jam there. Like I said, this is usually like 20 or so feet down to the bottom. And this is a really deep gulch here. Just look at that. That is crazy. I have seen no traffic at all, so everyone's home. Wow. Look at the water running out of the farmer's field there. That can't be good for the crops. Look at this. Somebody in a four-wheel drive thought they was gonna ride and go through this. That means this was all underwater. This was all underwater. I have never seen it this far up this way. Well, I have to be careful today. Things can be dangerous out here. I just did my dangerous country riding video and wow, look at this. This was all over this road. I cannot believe that. That's all a farmer's field. Washed away all this topsoil. That can't be good. Look at this bridge out. Oh, that bridge has been out for a long time. I got a feeling though we might be turning around up here. I ain't gonna cross nothing that looks kind of sketchy. And they had the bridge closed for a reason, I think. Yeah, this through here, I call it the bottoms because it's got some really, ouch, ouch. Has some really fertile land because you know, it floods every once in a while, and so usually a lot of the sediment just ends up in the bottom, and it makes it really good for farmland. But I don't know, this one might have washed it all away. See how flat it is. Wow, it went over the road here too. Look at that. Well, things look the same up here. If this bridge could handle what it handled last night, there's no reason for it to be closed. Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try it here, I guess. Well, that's a little scary. You don't want to be the straw that broke the camel's back. But we made it across there. A little sketchy to me, but everything looked the same as it did, so looks like it held up. Well, watch the mud. And my daughter went through some mud the other day and she didn't see it on the road, and she wiped out. She had her dog with her, and that's what you gotta really watch out for. What's this here? Ooh, look at that. This looks more like... That was a little sketchy. Looks like it's mostly gravel though. Looks like they lost their access to their house over there. Yep, that's the disadvantages of having a creek run by your house. Well, they're not probably getting out of there unless they do some work. You can see the water came all the way up here. Many of you know we had an F4 tornado a couple years back, so I guess we did get the hurricane. It was just separated. The wind one year, and a couple years later we get the rain. This broke all our records as far as the rainfall. I think the most that we had, the most we've had before this time was like 6 inches, and so we did more than twice as much. Like goes over the road here too. Just almost hit a deer. That deer was down in the field down there and saw me and just took off like a bandit. Went through, got caught by the barbed wire fence, and I didn't have my phone on because so I didn't catch it, but wow, that was pretty intense. I gotta go back through there in a second. We'll see if the other deer are still out in the field there. Right through here. Wow. Woo. Okay, that's supposed to be a pond way in the background. Look at that. It's overflowed and went all the way up here. Looks like it went over the road here. That is just crazy. There's a tree in the road here and a rabbit. Good thing he went that way. Oh, it's all over the road here. Well, I'm gonna ride down here and see. This is usually the way I go sometimes. And see what it looks like. I'm thinking it's probably by a guy's driveway. He's got a driveway that's got a really steep hill, and it's probably washed his whole driveway. Yep, there it is. Looks like they put up a thing there to keep people out. Of course, there's always going to be someone who wants to come through. See how deep that hole is? Washed out the road here. Looks like it's hollow underneath. Don't think I'll be coming through here for a while. Yep, it's all hollow underneath. Go across there with the car, you might not make it. Tree limb in the road there. Kind of wondered about down here because this is really down in the bottom. Pretty sure it went over the road here. If not, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, went over here. Yeah, since they fixed the road though. I've come through here when the road wasn't fixed and it was way worse than this, so held up, looks like. We'll cross this sketchy bridge here. Yeah. Well, that made it. Yeah, I was worried this was gonna be closed because this is really low area. How high it got there. Well, looks like it's open now. Probably wouldn't have been able to come through here yesterday. Obviously the water was over the road here. Hopefully it's got something underneath there. Riding across those areas, you gotta always have a fear that there ain't nothing underneath. Especially with a car. Yeah, a lot of trees just can't handle that. Push that out of the way. And mud over the road here. Better be careful here. This was probably really bad. Looks like I can make it though. Yeah. Wow, look at this field here. Well, I got off my bike. Ain't gonna take a chance coming down here. Wow, look at this road. And this is the second day after. Wow. I can barely walk in this stuff. Wow. That's not going to be passable for a while. Quite a while. Look at the dirt up over there. The mound. I knew this would be like this. Look how high it was up over there. It was way up there in the trees. Oh my word. This was all underwater. That is just crazy. Look at this. This was all underwater. Turn around and don't drown. Well, that's what 14.5 inches of rain will do. Let's see if I can get back up this hill here. Wow. Someone come up here and said, I got a 4-wheel drive, I can go through this. Then they had second thoughts. Wow. This whole road is scoured here. Look how high it was. This is just crazy. Yeah. That means it run through here enough to scour this road. Wow. Oh, I'm trying to decide if I want to go on my regular route because one of the roads is blocked off. I might have a hard time getting back, especially since it looks like rain. Oh, water went over the road here. There used to be a cross here. But way up there, looks like it's out there in the field. You watch, that'll be back up in a few days. Yeah, since my phone is getting some rain on it already, I think I might probably head back. Don't want to get trapped out here in a downpour. Yeah, my goggles get me into trouble sometimes because it doesn't show how dark the sky is. It kind of brightens up everything. That's why I like to wear them, because it's really bright when you're riding, but I'm getting hit with rain here pretty good, so I'm going to head toward the house. Don't want to get caught in the downpour. This is one of the areas I was worried about on the way home. This being underwater, it looks like it was. But now it looks like it's drained off, so maybe it's passable. I don't want to have to go back all the way around. Oh, look at this. This was deep at one time. All the way out in the field there. This was really deep at one time. You see the lines on the trees. Looks like the bridge is still here, so let's give it a whirl here. Put my lollygag out here. Alright. Made it through that, so we should make it home. Oh, it looks like it's all the way over the road here too. Ooh, that's thick. That was scary. That was about an inch deep. Pretty scary. Just keep going straight and don't hit the throttle or nothing. Boy, I rode down Big Bertha Hill so much I could smell my brakes. I knew this would be bad down here, and I didn't want to come flying down here. This hill is so steep that I do like 35 miles an hour without even pedaling. Now I gotta make it back up. Just wanted to see what it looked like down here. We'll wait, give it a couple days to dry up, and then we'll ride down there. Pretty steep hill. It took me like a month and a half where I could get up it with my ecotric. But this one, even from a dead stop, I can get up it. Yeehaw! And two deer in two different places run right out in front of me here. Wish I had my camera running. A lot of deer today. Right there is where my daughter's going off. Back there, you saw it come riding down there and didn't see the mud in the road, and down she went with the dog and all. But I had just put a milk crate on the front to hold the dog, so that protected the dog and her, because the bike kept the bike up off the ground. So I thank the Lord for that. She was all wrapped up in the bike, spun all around. Yeah, boy, they really made this road a mess. Well, there's where we ended up today. I feel kind of like a slacker because I didn't get to finish my whole route. Yeah, I kind of feel like a slacker because I didn't do my whole route. But under the circumstances, I guess it can be forgiven. I usually do 75 miles in the morning, and then if I feel like it, I'll go again in the afternoon. But alrighty. Well, thanks for coming along with me, Dave. Let's take a look at the bike and see what it looks like. You're probably wondering, 75 miles, how do you get 75 miles? Well, got my big battery here. That's bigger than the stock battery. But if you look back here, oh, oops, what's that on the back? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Alrighty, well, thanks for riding with me today. Oh, a lot of water, a lot of water. I thank the Lord we made it through. Alrighty, goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.
May the good Lord take a liking to you.
Hallelujah.
May He spread His blessings on your trail.
Hallelujah.
May He be your guide anywhere you ride, and be always your host when you're needing Him most. May the good Lord take a liking.